This is a short demonstration of the administrator interface for the IONET archiver for notes. Each document here describes the archiving characteristics for a notes database. The easiest way to configure these is via profile documents, which contain the archiving characteristics for groups of databases. So, for example, you could set up a profile which contained the archiving criteria for the mail directory on a specific server, and then you could then refine that for specific users within that mail directory, such as groups, O levels, OU levels, or even individuals. So the more specific profiles take precedence over the less specific profiles, meaning that you can configure your archiving environment with just a few documents. The profiles can automatically add new databases to the archiving setup, configure the databases, and start archiving. That's useful for new users joining the organization or for new quicker places, for example. For each profile, it can first of all remove duplicate mail from any matching mail files, so in other words mail fully contained within another email, and then you can have up to 10 different archiving criteria comprising any of the following characteristics or conditions. So you can have not accessed in specific views, document sizes, or even matching app formulas. For each criteria, you can archive the document, copy the document, delete attachments or delete the document, and use referrer stubs or not. After the archiving criteria have taken place, you can reduce the size of the production database in increments if required, and with exceptions, so you can make sure the database stays at the size that it's supposed to be at. The Archiving Options tab allows you to specify when you want to run archiving, how long each database can archive for, and any unused time goes towards other databases, so it allows you to set the timing for the entire archiving operation. You can replace documents as a default with stubs or not, protect documents, synchronize stubs, compress attachments during archiving, and so on. You can limit access to the archives for certain users to prevent them from deleting documents, for example. You can set fields on the documents undergoing archiving. You can run customized agents, which is where you plug in your own agents, and you can disable any native notes mail archiving. The next tab is the Archive Setup tab, which allows you to configure who gets access to the archives, what they can do, where the archives are created, what cluster mates, for example, or replicas are also created, what local users get given an email where they can automatically replicate a new archive to their machine, and what design elements are shown to users, so you can remove the native archiving elements and display our archiving design elements so that the users can have a better archive experience. You can also configure which templates are used for the archive databases and whether archive documents show notification. The Searching tab allows you to define how you construct indexes for searching and how the search results are presented. And the Housekeeping tab allows you to define how stubs are managed within the production database and how archives are managed. So in other words, you can say whether or not you run an agent after creating new archives, when to create new archives, under what conditions should new archives be created, how many should be allowed, when they should be expired, etc., etc. So those are the basic settings for the administrator UI for the IONET archiver for notes.